Good morning to all students. Students, we are learning how we come to be Environment Studies Part 2, Standard 5. Student, today we are going to learn lesson number 2 of history, that is history and the concept of time. In this lesson, we will see division of time and timeline, measurement of time and method of measuring time, historical periods, scientific method of measuring time and establishing age, dating method. So, let's begin from the first topic, division of time and the timeline. Before that, we will see the difficult words of this lesson. Convenience means ready to hand. Reckoning means calculation. Widely means vast. Commemorate means memorialize. Estimate means guess. Approximately means around. Accurate, exactly. I will repeat again. Convenience means ready to hand. Reckoning means calculation. Widely means vast. Commemorate means memorialize. Estimate means guess. Approximately means around. Accurate. Now see, let's move to the first point, division of time and the timeline. See, there are different methods of reckoning time. Means what? Calculation time. There are different methods to calculate the time. Time is continuous. It will never stop. Time will never stop. Time is continuous and it not will be stopped to anyone. But our convenience, we divide it into periods. The method that we use for reckoning time depends on our purpose and for dividing it and manner in which we do it. For example, at the sun rays, we say it is morning now. The day has begun. When sun rise from the east direction, that time what we say? We say now sunrise. That day will start now. Day has begun. At the sunset, we say it is evening now. Soon it will be night. At the end of the day, it become a dark. Means at the sunrise, we say now day has begun, and when sun is going down, when sun sets, that time we say like that now it is evening. Soon will dark becomes dark, means soon it is night. Then that means we divided time into the two periods. We divided a day into two periods, that is day and night. How many are in a one day? There are 24 hours in a one day, and we divided first 12 hours in a day and second 12 hours in a night. It means we divided a day into two periods, that is night and day. So we divided a day into the two parts. First part is day, first 12 hours include in a day and other 12 hours include in a nights. That means we divided a day into two parts, that is day and night. If we do this for our convenience, when sun will rise, that time we say that day has begun. When sun will set, that time we say now soon night it will be night. It means we divided a day into two parts, that is day and night. Got it? Okay, now let's move to ahead. Now see student, this topic I already explained you. At the earth rotate around its axis. Okay, here is a earth. When earth rotate around its axis, that part of the surface which turns towards the sun become bright. When Earth rotated around itself, or when Earth rotates its axis, the some part, half part of the Earth's surface which turns toward the sun, and that's why day occur. I already shown this experiment, this activity in lesson number 2 of geography, motion of the earth. When earth rotates, this half portion of the earth come into the sunlight. That day, that area, that surface of earth experience a day. And the part that move away from the sun, means this part, that part move away from the sun, moves in a darkness, means this surface of area, those not experience a sun rays, those not experience a day, the sunlight, the sun rays not fall on that part of the earth, that part of that surface of the area of earth experience that time nights. So did you get the how the day and night occur? I already shown in activity this experiment how day and night occur. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. This topics, student, I already explained you, but I again explain you now. For one rotation, earth take 24 hours, and the earth take 24 hours to complete one rotation around its own axis. These 24 hours are approximately divided into 12 hours. Okay, when earth take 24 hours for one rotation, that 24 hours approximately accurately divided into 12 hours of daytime and 12 hours of night time. A period of daytime and the following night together make one day, means this the period of daytime and the night time together make one day, means there are 24 hours in one day, and earth take 24 hours to rotate earth itself. So did you get this, understood this? Now see, 7 days from Monday to Sunday make 1 week. Okay, how many days in 1 week? 7. 7 days from Monday to Sunday make 1 week. 2 weeks means 7 to the 14, means 14 days. 2 weeks make a fortnight. What? Fortnight. 4 weeks make a month. 4 weeks make a months. 12 months make 1 year. How many year in 1 month? How many months in 1 year? There are 12 months in a year. In this manner, we reckoning time in bigger and bigger units. So, what I told you, in 1 week there are 7 days. 2 weeks make fortnight. 4 weeks make 1 month, and 12 months make 1 year. This means we are reckoning time in bigger and bigger unit like this. 1 year is followed by another, and when 100 years go by, a century is completed. 1 century need 100 years. When 100 years go by, a century is completed. When 10 centuries gone by, that time 100 years are gone. That time 100 years are gone. How many years included in 10 century? 10 century means 100 years, and 100 years make a 1 millions. What? 100 years means 10 century means 100 years make 1 million. Then 1000 years means what? 1000 years make 1 million. So when 10 century make 1 million, how many years include in 10 century? That is 1000 years means 1 million, and 1000 million make a 1 billion. Are you understanding this? When 100 years completed, that time 1 century, one century will completed. When 10 century completed, that time 1 million completed. And how many years included in 1 million? There are 100 years, 1000 years included in 1 million, means 10 century. 10 century means 1000 years. When 1 million completed, that time 1000 years completed, that 1000 million means 1000 years completed, that time we can say 1 billion. What? 1 billion. We are measuring time like these methods. Such method of dividing time is known as unilinear division method. When we recognize time, that time we divided time. That time we divided time, and method of dividing time is known as unilinear division method. Now we measure time in day, weeks, fortnight, month, 12 month, million, billion, centuries. When we measure this time, when we divide this time, the method of dividing this time is known as unilinear division method. Got it?